A very good morning to you all. My name is Sabu Matthew. I am a socialist teacher from Mahatma Gandhi Convent School, Shajapur. As you all are sitting at home for a long period of time, now it is time for us to begin our classes. First of all, I will try to explain to you the lessons in a proper and decent manner. Thereafter, I will give you the exercises and the answers through WhatsApp. You may please go through all the exercises and you must write in your notebooks. Now let me begin the class. Know Your Planet is the first chapter of social studies in class 5th. Since we are going to study about the planet Earth, let me tell you all the 9 planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. These are the 9 planets in our solar system. Now let me tell you about the Earth. Our Earth is a unique planet. Why we call Earth as a unique planet? Earth is the only planet suitable for life. Water is present everywhere. Air, which is necessary for survival, is also found here. These are the 3 reasons why Earth is a unique planet. Now next what I want to say is that the Earth is divided into continents and oceans. The large landmasses are called continents. The large water bodies are called oceans. Now let me tell you about the shape of the Earth. In ancient times, people believed that the Earth was flat and had steep edges. Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer, sailed around the Earth. He started from one side and he moved around and reached the same place. It shows that the Earth is round. Pictures taken from space have also proved that the Earth is like a sphere. What do you mean by sphere? A object that is completely round, such as a ball. It is round, but is slightly flattened at the top and the bottom. The Earth, if you look into it, the top and the bottom, it is flattened. Now, I am going to tell you about the globe. What is a globe? A globe is a simple and accurate model of the Earth. Now let me tell you about the advantages of a globe. A globe is a true representation of the Earth irrespective of the position it is viewed from. It shows an accurate distribution of land and water. It enables us to see the correct shape and location of oceans, seas, continents and the countries. These are the advantages. Now let me tell you what are the disadvantages. A globe does not offer detailed information. Why? It is a small in size. Only half of the Earth can be seen at a time. Other part it is not visible. Now the third point, it is very difficult to carry. The size is big. Next, it gives a false impression of the radius of the earth. Now let me tell you about the map. Please note page number 248. Let me tell you what is a map. A map is the representation of the earth's surface or a part of it on a flat surface. Once we know what is a map, let me tell you what are the advantages of a map. It can be produced at any scale. Second, it provides detailed information about a place. It is easy to carry around. It can represent the physical and the political aspect of a place. Disadvantage of a globe. It is flat, so it cannot represent the spherical shape of the earth. The actual distance of the ground cannot be shown on a map. These are the points that tells us why the earth has some drawbacks. Now let me tell you about the types of planets. There are different types of maps are available in the market. What are they? Political map. Political map shows divisions of countries and states. Physical map shows physical features such as mountains, landforms, rivers and plateaus, and various other features also can be seen. Climate gives information about the climate and rainfall. There are similar maps tells us about industries, crops, natural resources of a region and so on. Now let me tell you the reading of a map. Maps gives us information about a country or a place. We must know how to read a map and understand the information it provides. Every map has some basic features. They are, first of all, directions. When we speak about directions of a place, north is there at the top. Automatically at the opposite directions we can find a south. Then comes the east. Here comes the west. These are the four directions on a map. All maps follow a system of directions. What are they? As I told you, the four major directions are there: north, south, east and west. The top of the map is north, as I have already said. The bottom of the map is south. East is the right and west is to the left. The directions on a map can also be shown by a narrow mark N, which points towards the north directions. In spite of having four directions, we can also mark the four intermediate directions. What are they? North-east lies between the north and the east. Northwest is between the north and the west. Southeast is between the south and the east. Southwest lies between the south and the west. Now let me tell you about the another feature on a map, that is scale. It is not possible to show the actual size of the earth on a map. Why it is so? It is because it is too large. With one of the examples, I can tell you about the difference on a scale. The distance between Delhi and Agra is 200 kilometers. It is not possible to show these cities on a map. Why? Because of the map is small. That what option is there? This distance is represented by a small unit, that is 5 centimeter. Instead of 2 kilometer, we can make a measurement of 5 centimeter on a map. The ratio between the distance on a ground and the distance on a map is known as the scale of the map. In this way, we would write it as 5 centimeter is to 200 kilometer. So, maps are always drawn to a scale. Now we come to the next feature. Now let me come to the next point, that is symbols. As it is given on the blackboard, there is not enough space on a map to show mountains, rivers, lakes, bridges, dams, temples, churches and tracks. However, a map without these informations would not be useful. Different symbols are therefore used on a map to give us information. For example, the land boundary of a country is shown by thick dashes and dots in black. A city is marked by a small circle. As it is given in Indian map, we can see different colors have been given in order to show the areas, mountains, churches, even the cities are given in a small dashes. Now let us come to the next portion, that is colors. We use different colors to show various things on a map. Generally, map follow a common color schemes. For example, by a physical map, water bodies are shown in shades of blue. Light blue is used to show shallow waters and darker shade of blue for deep waters. Plains or lowlands are shown in shade of green. Highlands are shown in shades of brown. These colors have been shown in order to identify and recognize the various features on the maps. Now, next feature is that a key. A key is also given on a map that informs us about the color schemes and the symbol used. So, its key shows the height of land above sea level or depth of water below sea level. It also shows what the color represents on a map. With this, our chapter comes to an end. You may please go through these lessons at least 5 times and read it well and try to understand the lesson. Thereby, you will be able to learn all the answers well.
Earth is a unique planet. It is the only planet in our solar system that has water and air. Our Earth has land masses and water bodies. The large land masses are called continents. The large water bodies are called oceans. In ancient times, people believed that the Earth was flat and had steep edges. Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer, sailed around the world and proved that the Earth is round. Pictures taken from space have also proved that the Earth is like a sphere. It is round but is slightly flattened at the top and at the bottom. A globe is a simple and accurate model of the Earth. It shows the distribution of land and water on the surface of the Earth. We can also see the correct shape, size, and location of the continents and oceans on a globe. We cannot always use the globe to study the Earth. This is because a large globe is difficult to carry around. A globe is small and all the details of a place cannot be shown on it. We cannot make a globe for a part of the Earth. Only one half of the Earth can be seen at a time on a globe. A map is a representation of the Earth's surface or a part of it on a flat surface. The word map comes from the Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. Gerardus Mercator, a Flemish map maker, was the first to publish a collection of maps in the form of a book. A book of maps is called an atlas. The Earth is spherical in shape and its surface is curved. A curved surface cannot be shown correctly on a flat surface such as paper. So, it is not possible to make an accurate map of a curved surface. However, small areas can be represented fairly accurately on maps. This makes maps useful to study the Earth. There are different types of maps. Physical maps show the physical features of a place, such as mountains, plateaus, plains, and rivers. Countries, states, and their capitals are shown on political maps. General information about climate and rainfall of a region is shown in climatic maps. Besides these, there are maps that tell us about the industries, wildlife, minerals, soil, and forests of a region. Maps give us a lot of information about a country or a place. Every map has some basic features. They are as follows. Directions. All maps follow a system of directions. The four major directions are north, south, east, and west. The top of the map is north, the bottom of the map is south, east is to the right, and west is to the left. The directions on a map can also be shown by an arrow marked N, which points towards the north direction. The other directions are then easy to find. We can also mark the four intermediate directions on a map. Northeast lies between the north and the east. Northwest is between the north and the west. Southeast is between the south and the east. Southwest lies between the south and the west. Scale. It is not possible to show the actual size of the Earth on a map because it is too large. Let us suppose that the distance between Delhi and Agra is 200 kilometers. It is not possible to show these cities at 200 kilometers from each other on the map. Therefore, this distance is represented by a smaller unit, say 5 centimeter, on the map. The ratio between the distance on the ground and the distance on the map is known as the scale of the map. In this case, we would write it as 5 centimeter is to 200 kilometers. Maps are always drawn to scale. Symbols. There is not enough space on a map to show mountains, rivers, lakes, bridges, dams, temples, churches, and railway tracks. However, a map without this information would not be useful. Different symbols are therefore used on a map to give us this information. For example, the land boundary of a country is shown by thick dash and dots in black. A city is marked by a small circle. Colors. We use different colors to show various things on a map. Generally, maps follow a common color scheme. For example, on a physical map, water bodies are shown in shades of blue. Light blue is used for shallow waters and a darker shade of blue for deep waters. Plains or lowlands are shown in shades of green. Highlands are shown in shades of brown. A key is given on a map to help us understand the color scheme and the symbols used.